Good morning, Ashburnham. I am George Peters, and I will be tonight's news anchor for CNN News. I will be discussing about the Cuban Missile Crisis and how out of hand it almost got. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, also known as FDR, was in office as President of the United States of America during the start of the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the Premier, Joseph Stalin, was the leader of the USSR. The United States, United Kingdom, and France were all in power in the western part of Germany, and the Soviets had control over the eastern part of Germany. This was causing a lot of tension between the different countries because they were all power hungry. During this time, the Cold War almost ended up being a nuclear war. This would have destroyed millions of families and lives. Now JFK, the President of the United States, and Nikita Khrushchev, the leader of Russia, are standing toe-to-toe with a lot of serious decisions to make. These nuclear weapons that are being made were very serious and had enough power to destroy countries. The U.S. had stationed their nuclear weapons in Italy and Turkey. They were faced towards Moscow, Russia. During this time in 1962, the Soviet leader Khrushchev wanted to put his nuclear weapons in Cuba so that he would be able to attack the United States if he had to. Both the United States and Russia had nuclear weapons sitting in each other's backyards that could go off at any time. During this time, Fidel Castro was the leader of Cuba. He also allowed Khrushchev to keep nuclear weapons on his soil. This did not make JFK feel good whatsoever when he found out that the Russians' weapons were so close to the United States. Then one day, a member of the United States Air Force flew a UT aircraft over Cuba and discovered that there were parts of Cuba that were dangerous with nuclear weapons in it. The pilot took pictures as he flew over, and they noticed nuclear weapons set up to attack the United States. The United States created a naval blockade rather than attacking Cuba. This allowed the U.S. to control what was going on in and out of Cuba. JFK and Khrushchev had a lot on their plates because if this nuclear war happened, these countries could possibly be destroyed and many people's lives would be at risk. Finally, in 1962, on October 28th, JFK and Khrushchev came to an agreement that the Russians would remove their nuclear weapons from Cuba and all the weapons in Turkey and Italy will be destroyed. The war finally came to an end and they concluded the decision in 1962 on November 20th. Thank you everyone for listening. Back to you, Mr. Abbott.